One of the ways I like to go in and incorporate resistance bands with vertical jumping is by attaching the band onto a dumbbell. You'll notice as I attach the band onto the dumbbell that I take the large loop and feed it through a smaller loop before cinching it down onto the handle of the dumbbell. Again, a small loop, feed the larger loop through the smaller loop, and then pull the band tight as it locks down onto the handle of the dumbbell. This now allows you to go ahead and have two bands in order to perform your vertical jump training. What we'll do then is now go ahead and stagger the dumbbell, hook the bands onto the shoulder girdle by taking it up over top. You notice I don't crisscross them. In this case, you don't have to. The band will stay in position relatively well. The key will be to go ahead and keep a wide base of support, or at least a shoulder width base of support, as you explode up. The nice thing about this movement as well is that it allows your arms to be free. So if you do want to incorporate some type of lightweight hand weights into your jumping activities, you're welcome to be able to do that. An easier way to go ahead and perform vertical jump is by just using the crossover setup. Now, a lot of athletes have difficulty at times keeping the band on their foot because they like to point their toe when they jump. To rectify this, I will wrap the band around my toe an additional time, which then locks the band down onto my foot and allows me to become very mobile in regards to my vertical jump training. Again, you'll notice the landing. We like to absorb the ground as we go into the jump and make sure that we're not landing with rigid lower body. Therefore, we always try to absorb the ground instead of going ahead and letting the ground absorb us. Final way I'll work on jumping using the crossover setup is going ahead and doing more longitudinal jumps or broad jumps. This is a great exercise to really work on hip explosion as well as developing calf strength, especially when going back into the start position by using a backwards hop drill. You'll notice the explosive arm action and how the arms work with my hips. This is a key, and you'll notice that a lot of athletes struggle with this at first. Typically, they like to land with their arms behind them, or, more importantly, in front of them, which knocks them off balance.